So let's try to remove this common misconception or to help people and leaders understand better this common misconception about every time you launch a new product, your first wave of adopters are going to be the early adopters, and how that fits with the kind of innovation that you are bringing to the market, because it all
Yep,
depends on where in the curve are you entering the market and the kind of innovation.
absolutely. And a lot of companies do new product development, but it's really only a refinement over what
Mm,
already exists. It's not on the scale from discontinuous to continuous. It doesn't make people change very much, and it's just a small improvement.
mm.
And
Well,
when
actually, it's the incremental one, right? It's what we call incremental, the top right,
incremental.
in the right.
Yes. Yep.
Uh,
Absolutely.
Existing technology in an existing market, small refinement,
Yep.
very small improvement.
Yep. And you want to probably be doing that every so often for all technologies. That's one of the characteristics is all technologies improve over time. So it's going to be necessary for you as a founder or as an executive in a technology company, you will always refine your core product,
Mm,
but the refinement will be incremental and it won't be a big discontinuous change. And that's the key difference.
mm, mm. So when we talk, just to clarify for our audience, when we talk about discontinuous,
Yep.
it's
Yep.
because the discontinuity in the adoption, which means that is a discontinuity, right?
Correct.
So the more on the left, new technologies, new markets cause a bigger discontinuity in the adoption, and the
Yep.
more existing technologies in existing markets on the right, they are continuous innovation, so they are not going to face a chasm.
Yep. And and people think about this also in terms of change in the customer or the end user behavior or their workflow.
Uh-huh.
You have discontinuity really makes people change. They have to learn new things, they have to change the way they do their jobs, and that is a sign of a discontinuous innovation, is you make people change. A
Mm,
continuous innovation is they don't really change that much.
mhm. So it's easier to adopt, and
Much
because
ea
of
Yeah,
that, there is no chasm.
there is no
So
chasm, right.
that's another big misconception that we
Yep,
see, right? When we're talking to people, is they all think that there is always a chasm
yep,
or
and
that they are in an early market, which is not necessarily true.
and one of my favorite examples of this is the iPhone or any smartphone. I don't wanna pretend I have a preference. If you think
I,
yeah, if you think about the iPhone, the iPhone was just a refinement because people were already carrying a music player. They were already carrying a phone. They were already carrying something that would, allowed them to hold their contacts. They
camera.
were all they were yeah, they were carrying a camera, and they were all individual devices, but they were all in existence and people knew how to use them. All that Apple did was take all those things and put them inside one single unit. That's all it
Mhm,
was. It's just a
mhm.
refinement.
So in your
And,
perspective, it's a refinement.
yes, so a lot of people look at the iPhone and go, "Oh, wow, what a they would probably call it a disruptive
Yeah,
innovation."
exactly.
And and absolutely not. It was a refinement over things that were already in use.
Mhm, mhm.
That's a big difference, big
That's
difference.
why it didn't struggle to grow faster than adopters. It was no
No,
discontinuity.
correct, exactly.
Mhm,
And the fact that it put all of these different devices inside one package, that was a good benefit. But everybody was already using cameras, phones, music players, on and on already.
mhm.